Think about, like, you choose your best moments, you know your angles, blah, blah, blah. And so Instagram is not real life, and that's the fucking point blank period of it all. Just because, something doesn't look, you know what I mean? Like, it's social media is just very fake. But what I've found is that there's an art in the illusion, right? There's something fun about the illusion. Even looking at other people's illusions that they've created. Like, think about somebody in your head who has a very amazingly beautiful Instagram account, and it looks like their life is perfect and that they have everything together and that they're so smart and, fucking whatever. And they just have their aesthetic perfectly, right? They have it down perfectly, okay? It doesn't matter. Like, they probably still have a bunch of shit that they're dealing with. They could be a terrible person. They could be the best person ever, but be, depressed and be, like, fucking sad all the time. But their Instagram makes it look like they have no issues. Like, you just don't know.
$752 followers is what I have on Instagram right now. So, ask yourself, if you had 752 followers on Instagram right now, what would you feel? Would you feel happy? Would you feel sad? Is it too low? Is it too high? Or do you even care? The sad reality of 2020 and the previous 7 years, I want to say, maybe 6 when I became really popular, very, very popular, is that most people really, really do care. And that's why, because it's sort of like a popularity index. But I think we've become too invested in what it really means. See, we have access to an entire virtual world of information at our fingertips, and we log in to see what everybody else is doing, how they're feeling, and what they're wearing, where they are, and what they're eating. But do we really care? Because you know what? Once I shut that off, or once I close the app, or once I just don't invest my time in it, it really doesn't exist anymore. And that's why Instagram is just an illusion. Yes, it's just an illusion. And I understand that, for example, for people like me and for a lot of students out there who have to make connections, Instagram is such a cool fucking way to do it, because it's basically a portfolio. You can showcase your art, you can showcase things you're interested in, and that's the beauty of it. But you see, the thing about Instagram is that it's created a toxic culture of just who's trying to be better than everybody else, who's trying to show that they're doing more, who's trying to. It's a flex contest. It's a flex competition of who goes out the hardest, who wears the best clothes, who works the hardest. It's not real. I mean, yes, in some cases it is real, obviously, but for the majority of the local and the normal people, the average user, we're just trying to build a whole portfolio of our lives and the perfect life we want to portray, when at the end of the day, that is just false. So many people do not show. I'm gonna say 99% of people who use social medias never show the bad side of their lives. And that is something you have to take into consideration when you compare yourself to other people. Honestly, the little clip that I showed at the beginning of this vlog about Emma's podcast and how she was talking about how it really is an illusion and no one shows the best part of their lives, kind of like what I just said, I couldn't have said it better myself, especially knowing that she is a massive influencer now and she sees it in that eye. It's kind of refreshing to know that she's very genuine about the realness of it all, because so many people use that to gain more of an audience, to show their life in different aspects. I think the best creators are the ones that show their flaws, and the ones that are honest, and the ones that talk about the industry and all the so many flaws that the industry has. Those are the best type of people, the people who can be genuine. Honestly, the best type of people are the ones that don't give a fuck about what they post. If you want to post a shitty sunrise picture, go ahead. You have all the right to. And you know what? I admire you for never having had the challenge of thinking about what you're going to post and how it's going to affect your online persona. because so many people want to create that online persona, and that's something I've had my faults in. Like, there has been times where I'm so into it, and I've talked about it before, especially on the podcast, where I'm like really into the whole Instagram of things, and that's just, it's not the right way to view things. It's supposed to be fun, and obviously it's not. That's just, it's completely changed our culture because everyone wants clout, everyone wants to flex, and it's just really fucking unhealthy to see. But if you're one of those people that don't give a shit about what they post, awesome. You're winning. You're advancing in life. You're up there, and that's awesome. And I want to be like that, and I'm trying to be like that. Honestly, like it's weird right now. I'm having such a mixed relationship with social media because I've let it go for a while, so I see the outside perspective of how it's just completely meaningless, but I still enjoy going on, and right now I'm not really trying to post anything that I don't really care about. Like, I'm working on a short film, and once that gets more into the progress of shooting and things like that, and I have pictures to show, like, I'll post that because I know that's going to be awesome. And that's pretty much how I plan to use Instagram now. And then, like, promote the podcast and whatever other cool projects I have for YouTube and stuff like that. But yeah, I honestly didn't know what to do for today's vlog, and I woke up today stressed because I didn't know yesterday, and obviously today's Tuesday, and I just hate being late. You know, I hate being late after making a promise. I know I said 2 or 3 times a week, but I think I really want to do 3. And I'm glad I can talk about this because I was listening to that podcast yesterday, and I'm like, this is such a good idea, just to remind everyone that Instagram is an illusion. And you've probably heard it before, or maybe you haven't. But really, take a step back from it all and see how much it impacts your daily life. Like, not even. Take a step back. I give you the challenge to erase Instagram from your phone for at least a week. I know what you mean. A week? Like, that's a lot. But I promise you, you're not going to be missing out on anything. Deuces.